Yo, Happy New Year. I'm about to get into a couple questions. I need to set my vibe in the studio. Let me just get vibe is infinity. That's what I want to watch today. Question. Shout out. Not of this world. Shout out. Not of this world. Thank you for hitting me up. Your question is, what's your creative process when it comes to music production? And also, how do you stay motivated to continue? He says he appreciates the time you're taking to answer some of our questions. Salute. Absolutely. So, what is my creative process to music production? It depends, man. It can start anywhere. It can start from a melody, a beat, something that I thought of outside of the studio, a sample, lyric, concept, a project I'm working on. It could be any number of different ways to start the process for me. Now I think I'm this year particularly, I bought a record player. I got a record player for Christmas, and I also got another one for the studio. So what I'm gonna do is I found a dope little record store by my house, and I'm going to go buy records after I finish. My goal is I have to complete the first batch of albums in its entirety before I go buy more. So I'm gonna finish these. So every day I'm gonna bring one album to the studio, and I'm gonna listen to the whole album, just to kind of, just I don't know, let's kind of listen to greatness to spark greatness. I guess if that's the best way to put it. Just I want to listen to great music and musicianship and produced music, and then I'm gonna just kind of let that fill the space of the studio, and then I'm gonna start my process. Now, with that could be, again, it could be a drum, it could be a melody or anything. So, and just to answer the second part of your question, that's kind of, I'm also using that as motivation as well. I'm using the records that I find as inspiration and motivation to kind of get me going in the studio. Because I come off the top of the head a lot of the time, and it's so tough sometimes. I get stuck and I get in my own way. But I figured if I just listen to some things and not listen to duplicate or listen to sample, just listen to get inspired and motivated to create, I'll be killing a few birds with one stone. But yeah, so once I do, just to get a little further into the process, once I do get something going, it's just, I'm going from there. Once an idea hits me, it all hit me at one time. So now I'm just filtering. Once I get a melody that I like or a drum pattern that I like, then all of a sudden I get a rush of the whole track just pops up in my head. I'm not guessing anymore. I feel like I know exactly what to do with this drum pattern or with this bass line or with this melody or chord progression. I just instantly it comes. So I start, just layering one at a time, stacking one at a time the different things that I hear until I get it to a point before I overdo it that, you get the point where a rapper can easily do his thing, or a songwriter or an artist can hear they can hear themselves in the track. And then from there, I guess from when I finally get all of my musical parts and lay it on my tracks, then I start to blend it and make it sound good and make it sound presentable. I try not to go into really trying to mix a whole beat, because it's just to me it doesn't make sense to mix a beat, because you missing a whole other dynamic to the record and its entirety, and that's the vocal. So I don't want to start tampering with frequencies when I need a vocal, so we can marry the frequencies, you know what I mean? So that's the process, I guess. I hope I explained it the best way. I hope I answered the question and you got out of it what you were looking for. For those who don't know, again, I go by Danger. Please like this video, subscribe, look at some of my previous content, my TBTs, which I'll give you more of, my Dangerous World episodes, which I'm shooting more of, and other things. So subscribe, tell your homie, subscribe. These videos will be on YouTube. I'm trying to get the channel up. Just hit the link in my bio, and I think that'll take you right to my YouTube page. So, I appreciate you coming and grabbing you a handful of these free jewels.